They say Stonehenge is older than the pyramids.
Wow.
It's whoever controls the situation defines it. It's nothing to do with the truth.
Black history activity books have been designed to inspire and educate young people on some of the greatest figures in our history. Choose from over 20 titles including Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman, Queen Amina, Queen Nzinga and Haile Selassie. These books are interactive, helping children to learn in a fun and exciting way using maths, English, science, creative writing, geography, spelling, problem solving and much more. Merchandise and stationery is also available with your favourite Black History heroes. Why not check out our Instagram page at Black History Activity Books or visit our YouTube page, Black History Activity Books TV. Get yours today from www.blackhistoryactivitybooks.com.
Basically, we blew the flat that day, and car hire place, Enterprise, was supposed to fix the tyre yesterday, but they didn't get the delivery. They had it told to National. National said they was waiting on the tyre, which didn't come yesterday. They said it was going to do it first thing this morning. It didn't come first thing this morning, and we'd already booked tickets to go to Stonehenge, so we had to be at Stonehenge for 1, which means we needed to pick up these up for 10:30 because it's like a 2.5 hour drive. So that's made us run behind that time. Plus, we've only got limited time at Stonehenge because we've got to then drop them back straight to Heathrow. Yeah, we needed things to move like clockwork, but we didn't. So we got a new van, which the good gave us yesterday because we had the van sitting around for a day, and we had to use the 2 cars yesterday to drive to London. Just was headache. Shaheen and Nina went in 1 car, and then me, Mfundishi, Yao and Nova went in another car. They went to Parliament with that. Yesterday they went and did their thing because we didn't have the van to do anything. So they went to London on their own. After getting a new van dropped off with no petrol, by the way, we're finally on our way.
The Petrie is very different than like the Met, Brooklyn Museum, or any other, because they have all of these big displays in a sense. For me, they have these big displays, so like you don't really get to like. So they have the jewelry, they have these little.
They have the jewelry in there.
Yeah.
So they got like the
artifacts. So it's like it gives you like a different. To me, it gives you a different aspect of like what the ancients were doing.
They told you whether they stole it.
They said
they
paid for,
or they paid
or
for.
if it didn't say paid for, we know you stole it. I said, look, Mfundishi. I said, look. I said, this one says purchased. So I said, that one's a legitimately gotten. Now, the rest of it, none of it says purchased. You saw 2 pieces with purchased on it, right? 2 pieces out of the, who knows, millions of pieces.
No, there was actually after that I started seeing.
You saw purchase. You saw other purchase. So.
But more than half of it was not purchased.
Right.
But even the purchase don't make it legal.
No,
it means that
they could have bought it
from a criminal.
Stole it, right?
So some
goods.
Arab stole it and you bought it from them.
Right.
I think we're at that point where like all it needs is to be seen by the right person. This thing can just blow out. It can blow, like literally blow.
Somebody
should blow to the rightful people so they don't manipulate it.
No, that's why we don't take funding, because if we got funding,
then it won't be authentic. It won't be authentic.
But
like
they can control it.
Yeah.
Like they can control it because they're saying that they want to turn Black History Month into Diversity Month.
No.
So basically, if they do that, then we'd have to call it like Diversity Month or not.
Yes, they don't want your power now.
But the thing is,
too much
they
power.
Put too much milk in the coffee.
That's right.
So it's not even coffee.
Yeah, that's why like the good thing about self-funding is
there's 11 other months.
Yeah, exactly. But by self-funding,
we can do whatever
you can do. What it's yours. I have to be very careful of who I take money from, because if you take money from the wrong people, then it falls that your agenda will be their agenda. So there's no point of us having external people that are just gonna do us dirty and that. Do you get what I mean? Like,
or not be loyal to, or have our agenda.
Yeah, kind of thing. So like, we know what we're about. So I don't think we get the recognition we need or deserve for the work that we're putting in. I think someone passed a comment in when we was in the House of Parliament. It says this is the United Kingdom, like, and I feel like it's very important.
Redfield said that.
Yeah, he said something, and it was, to me, it was very, very powerful, because
it's showing us how we can move. We got to be a united kingdom.
And Jason said the same thing too in the house.
We as a people, and Red Pill also brought up the fact that all the factions. He said the four corners. He said UK, but it's UK and Europe, right, and Africa, and then I have to include Black Australia, Black India, and the blacks who live abroad in the East Asian diaspora. So almost everybody in that room represents that energy. So we have to be like in the United Kingdom and move as one voice, one interest. If we don't move like that, I mean, like at the end of the day, Garvey said it, we'll be back in slavery. It has to be some core tenets that we all agree on, and we work together to that end. You know, and I think that's been the theme of this entire weekend. This week, you can't even say weekend. Yeah. It's been like a week, right? Time is now, like, really for us to step forward back into our rightful places and take our seats at the table, because they're vacant. Because nobody can take your seat because your seat.
An hour and a half away. The estimated arrival is an hour and a half. So I think it looks like it's. Are we jumping on the M4? Nova left the food in the house. Not Nova, sorry. And then Yao left the food in the house. So now we're gonna have to probably buy food, which we don't have much time to get done, but we'll get it done. So what I realised is, no need to worry. Just get on with it. Things will fall into place. Is that okay?
You gotta record good. Nanaya never leave food in the house.
Who left the food in the house?
Nanaya never leave food in the house.
Who left it?
Erase that video. That is the wrong message.
That's what you told me.
No, don't put that on the message.
So what,
Nanaya never leave food in the house.
Who left it? That's what Nova said.
I said Nanaya never left food in the house.
That's what Nova told me. What, who left the food, Nova?
Put that in the video that you're making.
It's him.
I left the food. I packed it. I should have been responsible for everything.
See, there you go. And now
confession.
Nova's giving out bad information.
No, what I'm saying is,
making me look bad.
He probably just thought it was garbage. To men at certain ages, you gotta take the, what's the name sometimes?
Accountability. Be accountable.
I should have went. Wow, look. Druids are back. Look at the black crows. Black crows. get some of this ancient energy.
And you've got this winter sunset on the 21st of December, so short stay there. Why is it in that direction?
We come to Stonehenge and this is what we do.
This is what he does. He wants the drip.
And Stonehenge in the background.
Like you're at like a site, bro.
All right then. When you're ready, go.
Like, let me do the jump and then I'll do a kick.
All right, then, go.
The kick after the second.
What did you think of Stonehenge?
I enjoyed it, you know. It was a bit rough though. I would have liked to have stopped for longer. I didn't think I was going to like it, you know, until I got there. I thought pretty cool. I'd actually do the summer solstice. I think that'd be interesting. So I could touch the stones and be like, and try and ground with nature, with the nature that's here in this part of the UK.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Get the energy.
Oh,
Watch
sorry.
the lady behind you. I must admit, I only bought these that really, but it was good. Definitely,
Something you'll come back to.
I'd come back.
Weather permitting.
Say again, sorry?
Weather permitting. Like the weather was so bad.
Oh, weather permitted. No, I think that was the whole experience. They couldn't come to England and not get rain, so wet him up in his
Ancestors had the blessings.
so,
You know what? Y'all will tell you.
what did you do? Y'all brought that. Y'all brought the rain.
Exactly what happened.
Oh, it doesn't pick it up too well. The henge of stone.
Look here, get the cards. Get what I think about it. How was it for you?
They say Stonehenge is older than the pyramids.
So they say Stonehenge is older than the
Wait,
pyramids.
let me just show you. It's right here.
You gotta get this.
You gotta video this. Oh, come. Timeline that got 6,000, 5,000 pyramids. Now, for 3,500, look at that temples in Malta.
Malta.
Here. 3,000 BCE. Now, at 2,500, they got 500. That's almost the middle period. That's almost the middle kingdom. So the pyramids are older than the 4,000.
Yeah.
The pyramids could be 20,000, 30,000.
Wow. So this is
So they got Stonehenge 500 years before the pyramids were built.
and the stuff in Malta
In Malta too.
and France. Yeah,
And Malta is a satellite of ancient Kemet.
Yeah.
For one of the temples. That's
So how can it like
how can it
Sicily?
predate? But it's whoever controls the situation defines it. It's nothing to do with the truth. Nothing to do with the truth. And they've left all the American, the so-called American, Mesoamerican mounds. And then over here they got a picture some cavemen making this stone. Let's see. That is scholarship. Because when you're looking, you just can assume because the people that's getting it had to be the people. That's what it is. That's not.
Yeah.
When you start to think about it, that's not logical. But when you throw up a picture like this, you reaffirm that
So they had cavemen. This year, these cavemen had astrology knowledge.
And they didn't.
No, if the Romans are after this, right?
And they didn't
and
have
the Greeks are after this, and they're saying wouldn't deal with the people in Britain.
because
They're too backward and savage. How could they be building all this? It's impossible. It's impossible. The Greeks and the Romans were Europe, intellectual Europe. The rest of Europe was forest and whatever they was doing.
The Romans who were backwards said that the bricks and the angles were
more
so
backwards than
backwards that they didn't even make good slaves. That's how dumb they were. But yet they got astrology knowledge 2500 BC.
Building to bring stones from 150 miles and 30 miles away. There's no way.
So what happens in Egypt is they show a progression. It shows you did step pyramids, then you filled them in, you got a bent pyramid, and then finally you got the true pyramid. Once they got their act together, then they went on the road. It's like you got your show together, now you take your show on the road. Here, cavemen just start building this.
How? There was nothing but now is
You were running around with bisons, and then all of a sudden you said, let's build Stonehenge. Let's line it up with the... No, that's not happening. 1000 BC, they didn't even have this knowledge. Remember, in 1400, they thought the world was flat. So if you thought the world was flat, how could you do this?
It's impossible.
I'm talking about 1400. That's just 600 years ago. Not 2,500 years ago.
There's no way you could build this and think the earth was flat. And then build it to the specifications where it's winter solstice, summer solstice are lining up with the temple. It's impossible.
So what happens if you build this? It's impossible. If you build it, that means you're telling us that the world is strong. Okay. If you are the really one who built this, then why are you now saying the world is flat?
Yeah.
You can't use that knowledge that fast.
So where are the people?
I mean, the people, from what I've read,
We are the people.
No, the people have been, they run out, either extinct, mixed in with the rest of the indigenous population. That's why some of the people, you see the people how England look. It's not like the white people in America. They look different.
You've got short people with dark hair, like the.
And I think sometimes what happens, you probably educated a certain class of
The
people
first
that
Jewish
here.
were Africans.
The Africans, yeah, the original ones.
And then they passed this down, and then
Passed
the
it down.
Europeans became the dominant,
Right.
and now you think all Jews are European.
Europeans, the original, like I told you, the Skrelling, the Twa. It's in when you read all the writings in Northern Europe. They talk about the small, dark people, the leprechaun.
But the original Druids are small with dark hair.
Little people.
No, not the original, but.
Yeah,
Druids,
darker.
a lot of Welsh, the proper Welsh. They're
Dark
short
hair
with
and
dark
short.
hair. And they got stubby hands.
They don't look like Chuck Norris.
Definitely don't look like Chuck Norris.
You're leaving all right.
This timeline is not telling a full story. It's only telling a part of the story, because nobody is saying who are the Druids, who are the ancient people that were here. There's nothing in here saying it. Everything is saying that it's the same people that are in England in power today. First of all, the English royal family doesn't even come from England. It comes from Germany, right? So in other parts of the actual European continent or Eurasian continent itself. So these are not even the same people that were here. So how, not saying don't attach yourself to it, but when you see the timeline, you're thinking like, oh, this predates the pyramids. Oh, this predates, yeah, it could, Stonehenge can be older than the pyramids. Could have been here as long as the pyramids. Does outdate the Parthenon in ancient Greece, but that doesn't mean the people that were here are the same people, or the people that had that high technology.
That's like saying the people in Egypt are the same people that was there.
Right, it's not the same people that were there 7,000, 8,000, or if we go to the original Kings list, over 40,000 years ago. It's not the same people. There were no Arab people 40,000 years ago. So how could they can't be the same people? There were no, the way we know Europeans today, there were no, modern Europe is like less than 6,000 years old. Stonehenge is dating 4,000 or 5,000 BCE. It's impossible for it to have been the same people, right? And you have to look at the stories. Nobody's here with the stories of the people. We tend to, human beings for whatever reason, are now centric in the moment. We're not looking at how things used to be. We're projecting backwards. We're taking our knowledge base now and we're ascribing, let's just say, how can we ascribe a cell phone to 1800? Because there were no cell phones. So I can make art to make it funny or to make a statement, but there were no cell phones in 1800. So I can't have a cell phone mentality when I'm interpreting 1800. I need to go into what was it like to live in England in 1800. What was it like to live in, to live in areas like Accra that's over 1,000 years old in 1800. I can't be thinking about, oh, I got cell phones now. We have this machine, we have cars, we have these type of roads. It's impossible to judge it by the same standard that we have today because things have changed for better or for worse. So, it's just, we have to be careful when we're studying any history about who's telling the story, right? And what is the agenda behind them telling that story. And those are the things that we have to be careful about. Making history.
They didn't really. We've got a meeting tomorrow. I'm gonna have a debrief and look at some of the things. But I don't know. I feel like I think we did okay with donations, which was nice because I didn't think. But book sales was really bad. Like we hardly sold any books. We have to literally re-look at everything next year. We had a few complaints as well. Some people wanted a complete refund, saying they didn't make any money. There's a handful of people that didn't do well, which is understandable. The thing is, we do events. I do events all the time, and not all events we go to we make money. Like I know that, but some people it was their first events, or they probably had high expectations, so they hadn't been fulfilled. How I feel now in general, I don't know, man. I'm tired. I'm tired physically, emotionally, and probably spiritually as well. I definitely feel like I need to charge my batteries. I think I'm always hard on myself anyway. Like I don't have parents in it, so like I don't have no one to kind of like. I have to be hard on myself, and it like not saying parents are hard on you, but they're always gonna kind of like I don't know, give you that kind of parenting thing, and I don't have that, so I have to like make sure that all of the little things they're done. Like so, there's a lot of things that didn't go well in my eyes for that the event, and even though we have a team, responsibility doesn't fall on them, it falls on myself because it essentially is my event. Do you know what I mean? So I don't have a safety net neither, so I don't have no one that I can go to and like they're gonna bail me out of anything. I mean, it's a hard situation to be in, and like for me, like I'm slightly apprehensive of doing next year. I'm most likely gonna do next year, but it's hard because like if I do 2 days next year, we need twice as much money, and just breaking even the Wednesday before the event, it's a lot, man. So I think I feel like I need a break. I really need to kind of evaluate the whole situation with the event and how it went. I think on a whole though, it went well, and no one's gonna be like, I think sometimes you're your worst enemy, and or you're gonna be your worst judge, and you're gonna be your worst juror, and I'm at that stage now where I'm not looking at all the positives, I'm looking at all the little small negatives and how we can improve it and bring it to where it is, and it's done properly and I feel it's successful. I'll be happy then, and that kind of thing. So I think there's no point in like jumping around being happy like we did the event, because there was a lot of things that I saw wrong with it. If you're a person in the public or a store holder, you're probably not going to see what I see, because you're going to think it was amazing. But at the end of the day, like I want to provide a service that's excellent, that's like exceptionally excellent, and it just gives everybody a fair representation. People have misconceptions about business. They just think either you make a lot of money and everything's sorted. It's definitely not that. I would be better off financially if I had a job, but I wouldn't have the flexibility and I wouldn't be making changes. And like, your riches isn't your wealth, your riches are what you can do and the legacy that you can leave. And I know even if I was to quit today, like I've touched lives, like I've made a difference in someone's life, and something like that's priceless. Do you know what I mean? Like me changing someone's life or impacting someone's life where they can change other people's lives and it has a knock-on effect, that's priceless. Even though it's not financially rewarding, it's like spiritually rewarding. You know what, I do appreciate that, and I am thankful. I think I'm just not in a mental space right now to kind of accept it and kind of like be like that, if that makes sense. I'm embracing the moment of the feelings of now and what it is. And like everything, they will pass. Like sadness will pass, but like let's be me feeling like I let down myself or let down whatever will pass, and then I'll see all the positives. It's time to go for everybody now. Gone fast. Gone fast. Gonna miss you, man.
I know, I don't want you to go.
Love you, bro.
Love you more. I'm missing all of your legs.
Oh.
We're here in Heathrow International Airport in London. You know, it's how we do. It's not a shithole like America, as you can see. You know, we don't want to Trump here. We don't want none of that bullshit. You know, we just want the good brothers. These brothers here to come from the States and bring the good energy and teach the people what they need to know. Yeah.
Love that.
Boss.
Are we at the wrong terminal, Andrew? Sure it's not Terminal 5? Andrew took us to the wrong terminal.
Oh yeah, we got him.
What happened, Andrew?
Is it tapas? Huh?
What happened?
Right, so people told me that was
What happened,
number 2.
Andrew?
People told me it was number 2.
I heard too.
I had to.
Yeah, who said it?
I don't know.
Nina said it.
I know.
Nova, you ain't shit, man.
What was that?
Pardon?
What was that? Oh no. Demon got ya?
That's how Terry was singing it.
What?
Yo lele, yo lele yo, yo lele, yo lele yo.
I'm everywhere.
Look at take care of the elder.
Oh shit. Now give it back to Andrew. Let me take care of it.
Bless your travels.
No, thank you.
Need Allah. Come on.
What are you, ballerina?
Right. How the fuck? Didn't your brother do martial arts? How you so See what the fuck is all that?
Some ballerina business.
No, that's actually Qigong. It's Qigong.